What's up, everybody? Hopefully, everybody banked this Thursday, July 31st, the end of the month, and the last day of the month. And so today, I'm going to go ahead and signal this 2 p.m. trade that I did see and I was trying to get in. And we did end up following exactly what my plan was, but I ended up switching last minute. So I'm going to show you exactly what I did to create that narrative and also create that execution. So, starting off with this sell off here, I wasn't able to get in mainly because I wasn't on the chart at this time, but this sell off here was a great sell off. And the only reason why we do end up having a sell off is because we do tap into an imbalance. We do tap into this 15-minute gap, which I should have been paying attention to, but I didn't. And we did carry a nice sell off. But other than that, we pretty much did the same thing. And sorry if you hear some background noise, there's some construction going on. Here we did have another 15-minute gap that got printed, and I did see some nice rejection from this candle here. So I wanted to make sure on a lower time frame, on the 5-minute, to see if we had a gap there, to see if we did respect that. And shortly enough, we did have a gap here. So we had that gap and we respected it. So that gave me more confirmation. So I decided to go to the 1 minute to find an execution. And so my execution was based off a inverse fair value gap and a CISD. So I did a CISD and I saw clear AMD here. So we have accumulation, manipulation, and a distribution. And so I take the standard deviation of this manipulated lug, and then I ended up targeting my -4 deviation, and that also ended up targeting a previous day low. However, I did trail my stop. This is my first time ever trailing my stops because I've been coming off of break-even trades and on a losing trade. So I have three trades this week, and 2 resulted in a break-even and 1 ended in a loss. So I ended up sizing in low, but at the same time being more cautious with my profits and with my account, and also just general capital preservation. So I ended up trailing my stop this time and ended up getting trailed and stopped right here. But then at the same time, I should have just held and had my complete trade here at that -4 deviation and at that drawn liquidity. But as soon as we sweep this drawn liquidity, we put we sweep both sides of liquidity, and after that we did print a good leg. Same thing here with this trade. You could have caught this trade as well with this long here. There was no PD raise that I found, so I won't be able to show you exactly why we rejected at this point, except for just general liquidity. So here we have just regular AMD. So here we are just accumulating. We manipulate out all the way over here, and we manipulate to the last draw of liquidity. So this whole sell-off point was to end up taking this last draw on liquidity. So from all the way from the start of London to the end of this trade here was to generate all this sell side curve to end up meeting this liquidity here after we ended up pumping up so much. And at the same time, we were already at all-time highs, so we needed to meet some sort of internal PD rate on a high time frame. So if we do check the higher time frames, we do end up tapping into a 4-hour gap, and more than likely end up tapping into an imbalance as well. So we do tap into this volume imbalance again, so we end up rejecting it and having good rejection within this volume imbalance. So on a higher time frame, we do have a confirmation there using net, but on the 15-minute and the 1 hour, I couldn't really find anything. But just playing this off general liquidity and regular AMD, here we accumulate, we manipulate out, and then we have a IFEG to CISD. So we could have entered these longs here as well. So you could have entered after this inverse here if you would have wanted to off this candle. I would have liked to enter off this inverse value gap, and then if I did see us displace higher in this section here, I would have added more to my size. So I wanted to see a long play here as well. Wasn't on the chart, and also just respecting my rules with 2 trades a day, coming off an L and then coming off a W here. So over here in my other trade, I did ended up losing, so it's all right. and then just following my rules, taking 2 trades a day. I wasn't gonna allow myself to overtrade this one. So, targeting just overall general liquidity, and how I highlighted in my Discord how market sessions and kill zones are so important, and they're really good draws on liquidity. And here we might end up tagging into those liquidity levels unless we're respecting a higher time frame draw, which in this case we really don't have anything aside from a 5-minute gap that we're respecting. But as long as we inverse this gap, we could definitely reach this high here. So we'll just play with current price action. You could have taken profits here, or you could have ended up just taking in the manipulation leg and having TPs on those standard deviations. So let me go ahead and show you exactly how you could do that. So you have a manipulated spot here, and in these 3 candles you manipulate. So we'll just use these 3 candles here. So you could have taken profit here at this 1 deviation, giving you a good amount of profit. So from this entry here, all the way from this 1 deviation, is 250 ticks, so 63 points. If you size in heavy, that is a good amount. But if you're only sizing in with 3 to 5 minis, that's still around $300 to $500. So I mean, not really, more like to the $300 to $400, but still a good trade. Even then, I still think I would have held all the way up to this New York PM high and just go break even. But I genuinely think that this long would end up hitting this. So that's pretty much it for the trade recap. There's nothing much to it. I am waiting on another level to get hit up here within 15-minute gaps that are unmitigated. So I want to see how price would react under these standard deviation levels in this 15-minute gap. If not, then I do have another level up here as well. So we'll see within time. But other than that, that was a trade recap and a recap of Thursday in general.